Well, we try and just keep that for the stage, right?
Yeah.
How many times have you thought about going back to your old high school and shooting it up?
We would like to see most of the human race killed off because it is unworthy. It is unworthy of the gift of life.
I don't care what society thinks. They're nothing anyway. They're no better than me.
Until we hear the safe word, we will not stop.
Have you ever thought what it would be like to see a person's head amputated? Think of things so horrible that the human mind cannot imagine them. See all this and more when you see on stage, in person, that crazy mix-up.
I like being set apart from people. I like to be hated.
Safe Word with Jason Rouse.
Yeah.
Tickling porn.
I really like it.
Yeah, I bet. There's something fun about that.
Yeah, it's like childish.
Yeah. Now, is there any costumes, or is it the act of tickling itself?
The
What's
act
the
of tickling
theatrics
itself.
of? Do you have a backdrop? Is there a school desk?
The more
a guy
the
with
better.
A shotgun.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
just a. Is there some physicality? Do you have the perfect vision of what a tickle time looks like? Because that's what I call it, tickle time.
tickle time.
What I do
TT.
is I get a hold of her and I pull her in really close, and I get my arm behind the back, and then I start tickling into the ribs,
and then
as she's
twisting motion.
yeah, and as she's writhing around trying to break free, I start to be more aggressive and fart at the same time.
Oh,
Yeah, so I do a little extra. So now they're laughing, trying to get away while I'm shitting myself. It's like a bear trap, but it's more like a scat chat. Scat trap? Trap scat. I don't know. I used to do scat chats. Do you ever
scat chat,
You know Snapchat?
Snapchat, but with scat.
Yeah, I do poo things with the Snapchat. That's a different kind of porn.
Yeah,
People beat off to other people eating poo. Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, tickling is just like a very intimate way to get to know somebody.
Yeah, I definitely think so. It's pretty intimate. It's a physical thing, right?
Yeah,
And you have no choice but to yes or no. Once you start tickling somebody, some people be like, no. I think maybe because they're vulnerable and they don't want to be laughing uncontrollably. It really shows, it dethrones somebody when you tickle them. You've kind of like reduced to a shivering piece of meat.
because
Right.
we are physical beings with these powerful intellectual minds. And to just use the intellectual mind just as the meat part is sort of
Yeah. And not to
inefficient.
mention exercise emotions that other species don't have.
Yeah.
Like there's not a lot of animals that tickle each other.
Yeah, there's a spider that tickles like a rat to death or something.
Really?
Yeah, because the nerves or whatever, it overstimulates.
Wow. It's like
But,
kids who take too much ecstasy,
Yeah,
right?
it's a jittery type of short-circuiting electricity.
Speaking of ecstasy, let's get into it. Like, you were on LSD and the police beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, they pepper sprayed me, they tasered me,
What?
at the same time
If I remember correctly, you said you don't remember being...
in the car.
Yeah, you just...
And then I woke up on the side of the highway.
Yeah.
I was driving. I thought I was a housewife. I thought I was on a road trip. Mm-hmm. I thought I was in a car accident, and then I woke up on the side of the road. I'm like, oh shit, let me get out of here. And then there'd be cars coming on the highway.
Where was the
on
car?
road.
Was it running with the door open, or was it?
It was just
a
pulled
bit-
off to the side of the road. I think
in
I
a
just
safe
pulled off.
place?
Yeah,
on the shoulder. So you just kind of pulled over and then
Yeah.
realized you.
I woke up.
Wow.
I was like, whoa, holy shit, I'm here.
So you woke up to when did the police apprehend you?
Like on the highway, they came and like, everything all right? All right. And then they took me in, they handcuffed me, put me in the back of a car, and then drove me like there. And I was like asking them questions, and they were just like not saying a word. You know, like if someone's tripping out on acid, like don't just throw them in the back of a car for 10 minutes alone.
Did you explain to them that you were on acid?
I said that I was on weed.
Oh, good call. Good one. But
Yeah.
weed and LSD, there's a very dramatic difference
Yeah.
in those buzzes.
Yeah.
Not to mention acid. It's a solid, let's say, 11 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So how far into your trip before the physical shit started to happen?
The beating.
Yeah, the beating.
That was like 2, 3, 4 hours in.
Wow. So you're pretty much gearing up for your peak. You were kind of almost at the door of the fire.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So they stop you or see you to see if you're all right at the side of the road.
Yeah, they take me in.
They beat you up at the station?
Yeah, in a jail cell.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. So how did that involve? They come in you.
So I kept moving around, and then the policewoman, she was the only one there, was like, "Okay, you're going to jail now." And so she takes me to jail.
Oh, they were
'cause I was
moving you from
around.
cell. What? Walking around in the cell?
No, it was a different building. She had to take me in the car to go to another jail because I was moving around, and she was tired of me jumping over the railing.
Oh, so you weren't confined yet. You were just in a holding area, and you kept
Yeah.
moving around.
Yeah.
What were you mean? You were jumping over the bar, the
Yeah.
separation thing,
Yeah.
for just
Because I thought I was like in danger.
ah.
And this is like what I did on the highway is jump over the embankment and just hang over for a little bit
Wow.
till the car passed.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And then she took me to jail, and then they took me to a jail room, and then there was like 10 of them. And then they put their hand on my pocket, and I turned to look at it a little too quickly, apparently. And then next thing you know, I'm on the ground. They're pepper spraying me. They're tasering me.
Were you struggling, or you just found yourself flat down with
I was
somebody?
flat down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a execution. It was like, bam, we're doing it now.
Yeah.
Pepper spray, taser,
Whole routine.
repeatedly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And knee on the back till I was suffocating, and then I passed out, and I woke up in a hospital bed.
You woke up in the hospital.
Yeah.
Holy
shit. They took off my pants. I thought they were gonna rape me.
They were trying to get your pants off.
Yeah. Maybe they injected me with something,
Yeah.
or maybe I passed out because I couldn't breathe because they were putting their knee on my chest, like
Yeah.
George Floyd style. So
Yeah.
I couldn't breathe. So I don't know how I passed out, but I woke up in a hospital bed.
And what was the response? Because the medical field is going to have a completely different reaction to you being brought in by some police officers unconscious.
Yeah. Well, I told them the story and nothing happened. They were like,
You told the hospital,
Yeah.
and they did nothing.
Yeah.
So now you've said that
They gave it to me for free.
They dropped. Oh, they treated you for free.
Yeah. I had rhabdomyolysis because my muscles broke down from struggling so much.
What's myeloblosis?
Rhabdomyolysis is
Yeah.
like this thing where your muscles break down, and that produces lots of toxins in your body, and your body can't flush out all those toxins in time.
Yeah.
So it's
It's
like,
probably like how when they shoot a deer, you can't stress it out or it turns the meat.
yeah,
You feel the stress in the meat.
the muscle breakdown maybe releases toxins.
Yeah, poisons it,
Yeah,
and then you get a animal that you can't eat because it was stressed out.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe they were trying to eat you.
The police?
Yeah. That sounds pretty far fetched, but let's
Yeah.
be honest. Organ harvesting. There could be some whole backdoor
Yeah.
thingamajig.
Definitely.
I don't know. If you were going to eat somebody, who would it be?
I'd probably eat Brett Forte.
Brett is lean,
Yeah,
right? That's
yeah.
what you
He
want.
looks tasty like a deer.
Yeah, he does look like deer meat.
Yeah,
Yeah, if
And-
you're gonna eat anybody, eat a lazy 20-something with bed sores.
Kobe beef.
Kobe beef.
Just give that cow luxury, treat it, and then
End it.
end it. Eat
I
it.
know that sometimes they cut them out of the womb.
Nice.
Do you like fresh meat?
Yeah, I eat meat all the time. It's pretty much exclusively what I eat.
What's the most exotic piece of meat you had in your mouth besides that lady at the hotel?
The
Were you assaulted?
probably octopus.
You touched her underwear in the bar?
Was I insulted?
No.
Was she?
No. It looked like everyone was cheering for the
Yeah.
fact that you were fingering somebody in the same venue a week later.
Yeah, it was pretty great. Everyone loved that that happened there. It's like the Vulcan.
Yeah, right. And then you go over there, and everyone's like sitting in the chair, like, holy shit, you can get fingered at this place and have a laugh.
This is a possibility now. We introduced fingering into the element.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's a lost art, like origami, fingering.
Having an intimate moment in public.
Yeah. Bar fingerings have been going on for years.
I feel like maybe in a more civilized society, it's easier, like in Europe or Canada, to finger someone in public. But
Yeah.
it feels more dangerous because if you get caught here, there might be someone who kills you for it.
Yeah, especially if that girl's disabled. And you're just fingering some drooler in the corner of the bar who never really comes out because people try to finger her all the time. Now, what kind of fingers do you do? Do you just feed in one at a time, or do you go full Freddy Krueger?
I think I start out with one.
Yeah.
And then do the in
Test.
and out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like the 2 and 3 comes in.
What's
when
it, 2 and 3? The shocker?
The shocker. The shocker
Wow.
comes in.
That's a
when
bold move.
You're trying to get up in the top ceiling area.
Yeah. Back of the room, as we call it at the meeting.
Yeah. Just scratching the roof of your mouth.
Yeah. Like, you know, when you drink hot chocolate and you get that little blister in the top of your mouth and you play with the skin with your tongue? That's what you're doing with your finger in the old piss mitt. Do you have a name that you call like a vagina? Like Mr. Squiggles or something?
I usually go with pussy to
Pussy.
sound like a rapper.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, who doesn't love pussy?
Everyone loves a little puss.
I don't like cats, but I do enjoy pussy. You have a favorite type of
Cooch.
vagina?
Like I like the ones that look like it's it comes to a very small point.
Oh, the
the end.
pubis is got a very, you like symmetry.
Yeah.
And the pubic hair?
like a needle.
Yeah, like it's almost like kind of like start here.
Yeah.
It's a pointing mechanism.
Yeah, it's like she's an arrow or something.
Yeah, and then she opens up the door by spreading her legs, and you're like, oh, a slaughterhouse. I didn't know from the
Jesus.
sign. Yeah, I thought this was a
What is
barber
this?
shop, but now there's meat hanging up everywhere in here.
It's like
And
that scene in
your
Goodfellas.
balls. There's a lady with balls in Goodfellas.
No, there's meat in the truck. The cow's hanging, and then they
Yeah.
found a dude in there.
I always thought about shooting a stand-up special in a meat locker. Everyone could wear fur coats.
They'd be hanging from the hooks.
No, not hanging from the hooks. There'd be meat on the hooks, but people would sit in a theater style.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm looking for more unconventional places to do comedy because the conventional places are, confused. There's a lot of confusion.
Power structure.
They're confused about me.
That maybe because you came from Canada, so
I know. I'm supposed to be nice, right?
yeah,
Not all Canadians are nice.
you're like the bad boy of Canada.
The bad boy Canada. I think that's Justin Trudeau.
Yeah, he's like
He's the prime minister of Canada, which I've heard. I don't follow Canadian politics really, or sports. I know
Yeah.
you watch basketball, but I've never seen a basketball game.
basketball is a fun sport.
I find ping pong is way more entertaining than basketball. The gymnastic element of it, the one-on-one, and not to
Mano a
mention
mano.
the amount of distance you can make a ball go away from the playing area. Like those shots are taken from 10, 20 feet back from the table to get it to land there, to make it go over there.
Yeah.
You're not a fan of ping pong?
No, I love it.
I don't like golf. I don't like a lot of things. I play Uno and some ping pong.
But do you watch things that you don't play? Like, does it?
No,
You
no.
only-
I want to be on the team in a competitive thing.
But
I don't
you're
want to be
like-
a side. I don't want to be a fan. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, you're
Can't
more
be
a doer.
fan. I like to do it.
Yeah.
I don't even enjoy sports, but I will play any of them
Yeah,
except hockey. I'm not interested in being in the ice.
I mean that's like not not the most Canadian thing a Canadian could say.
No,
So maybe that could be your angle.
I'm not very Canadian. I'm going to take up some sort of like, I don't know. If I was going to play a sport, do you got any suggestions? Shuffleboard?
Maybe like BDSM. I think you'd
BDSM
be
is
good
a
at
sport.
BDSM.
I've competed, but I've never placed. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a whole nother thing. You would enjoy somebody like sawing your legs off?
Yeah, I feel like I have too many legs sometimes. I just need some of them.
But say, do you know what a top is and what a bottom is?
Yeah.
Okay, or would you be a top or a bottom in a BDSM situation?
I would strive to be a top.
Okay,
I would attempt.
room for growth.
Yes.
But you know the dynamic of things and willing to accept the fact that I'm going to have to do bottom out of the gate. It's an apprenticeship, right? I'll
That's
be
the
your
open
toilet,
mics.
but one day I'll be the seat.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully I could just skip over that part with a little bit of.
No, but that's part of it. They want you to build the humiliation. Actually, some people are just wired differently, and they can't do the submissive or the dominant. They have very distinct personalities that are geared around that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah. And I think that.
You ever
we
have a
are-
girl punch you in the face while you're inside of her?
No.
It's awful.
Why would they do that? Is that fun for them, or are they?
Trying to get away, mostly. Probably to set the tone for about what was about to come.
They want it to be that level.
Do you know ever see somebody on a horse?
Yeah.
And they got spurs and they spur the horse to
Yeah.
make it go? That's what she did to me. She spurred me in the face with a straight right when I wasn't prepared. I was over looking at the apple tree and she blindsided me.
Yeah.
You ever stare at apples with a boner and someone hits you in the face with a brick?
No.
No.
I mean,
I think I got the wrong guy. And somebody told me that you got boners watching. I know, don't listen to me. But yeah, pornography though.
yeah.
Yeah,
I love it. Tickling, spanking. I'm into Japanese massage porn.
Where does that end up?
Ends up with full on sex.
Okay, I enjoy seeing the massage build up.
Yeah, the seduction is very
Yeah.
interesting.
Plus, it's gradual. It's not like
Yeah.
you flip over to some channels and it's like some guy that's not even hard having a shit into someone's mouth. It's like, where are your priorities? I
It's
think you're
just
more
shocking.
about the shit than really the.
The sex
He just
aspect.
shits and then gets a boner from something else. A lot of people want bragging rights for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's just a medal that you get so that you can brag to your friends.
Yeah. Look at what I did. Susan over here is better known as the log lady. Yeah, that's a terrible one, the poo eaters. I don't know how we got on this. I was here to sell you a Bible. Massage porn. There's a lot more categories now than there ever was. Where was the pornography where people actually love each other? And they hold hands and cry after they come as one.
Stepsister porn.
Stepsister porn, yeah. That is there's a lot of incest-based pornography, but it's all labeled step this, mother that.
So it's technically legal.
Everybody's fucking their family members.
Yeah, I mean,
How could you get a hold of yourself?
I think that's supposed to be a tribe, but we're only around a nuclear family, so we have these sexual urges and sexual circumstances, but can only take it out on the people around us. When
Take
it's supposed
it
to be a
out.
tribe.
Literally take it out in the people around us.
Put it in, take it out.
What is the next evolution of porn? 4 or 5 years ago when I was at the AVN Awards in Vegas, a friend of mine was running a demo for VR porn. And he goes, you got to see this. And I remember putting the VR glasses on. And I've only put VR glasses on maybe half a dozen times over the last 10 years. And it was pretty impressive. The whole 3D thing was insane.
Yeah.
People having sex. And you look around the room and it was pretty haunting, actually.
Wow.
Like Player One?
Yeah.
You seen that movie?
Yeah.
Isn't
Ready
that
Player
crazy?
One.
Wouldn't that
Yeah.
be insane if our whole world was a green screen?
Yeah, I mean, it would be awesome, and
Yeah. Who's
kinda
going to
weird.
clean it though? I think everyone gets atrophy and malnutrition, right? Because
Yeah.
you're just sitting there,
Yeah.
having
Hopefully.
the biggest adventure of your life.
But I mean, what if we did it in real life? Like, is there any advantage to that, or is real life just done for?
I don't think anything actually gets done in VR.
Yeah.
Maybe problem solving, right?
Yeah.
It's just, maybe there's an area, like a compound, a small city that's been turned into a green screen thing where the top minds in the world meet in a
Yeah.
VR room to discuss and solve global issues.
Yeah.
Kind of like a United Nations without all the fucking idiots. You know, who are your top 10 world thinkers?
Ai Weiwei.
Ai Weiwei?
Yeah.
Okay, is this a person?
It's a panda bear. No, it's a Chinese artist.
Oh, cool.
He's a Chinese
Architect,
artist.
visionary.
He like does paintings and like he's very outspoken about refugees, crises.
Kind of a Banksy
Yeah.
type. A lot
Yeah.
of politically charged imagery.
Yeah.
Is he more of a street artist or like a
It's
gallery
like
guy?
Gallery guy.
Yeah,
I don't really know him that well, actually. Joe Rogan, I like.
yeah.
But lately I've been not liking him as much, but I still think he's very likable.
Yeah.
But
What happened lately to curve your?
he's like against lockdowns and masks. Like
Oh, and you're not against lockdowns and masks.
right now I'm against lockdowns and masks right now, but I think before, like in September, I think we should have done it more and he was doing it less.
And you think there would have been less casualties? Because
Yeah.
every state, every country, there's politics within politics within politics. You know, you know, you're talking to somebody from a country right now that's in the early stages of opening for the first time.
Yeah.
So, you think that the end result of Canada's super, we'll say it's super, but it's not super. It's in comparison to the rest of the world, Toronto, Ontario specifically, has been the most locked down place in the world.
Yeah.
Yet, Texas, as you can see, especially on 6th Street on a Friday night, no one's even considering health issues.
Yeah, and they're getting away with it.
Yeah, you think they're getting away with it?
I mean, it only has to happen once. And how much are you willing to avoid having an outbreak in your city? Like, it didn't work for North Dakota or South Dakota. And if you could avoid a 9/11 by shutting down unessential businesses, I think it's worth the cost as a civilization if you're playing it like a game.
Yeah. Wouldn't it make more sense though? Like the fact that look, air travel was always open. There was certain restrictions and things. I think I don't know what to think. There's so much in between everything. You know, I always said if someone pissed in the swimming pool, you're gonna get piss on you.
Yeah.
And we've got piss in our swimming pool. You can swim to the corner of it,
Yeah.
but you still got piss.
Yeah.
So if there's a series of countries, states, cities that have their own swimming pools, and you got some guy that's a lifeguard and he works at all these swimming pools via flight travel, now you've got series of contaminations in various pools.
Yeah. We have to have a fast defense system.
Yeah. You've been vaccinated?
Yes.
How many times?
Both times about 2
Is it a
months
2?
ago.
I thought it was a third one, but everyone says no, it's 2
It's
times.
2 times. Johnson and Johnson's once.
So you can do the Coke and the Pepsi vaccination?
No.
I just wondering how they work together. I don't know the science
Just
behind
get
it.
them all.
Well, so, chemically they're different
Yeah.
brands. Like iPhone 1 and 3 could be a world apart from each other.
Yeah, so you're gonna get like Pepsi and cola and Dr. Pepper.
And Mountain Dew on top of that. Do you have Mountain Dew? Is that a soda here?
Yes.
We call it pop in Canada. Can I get a pop?
Oh yeah, that's like a Midwest thing in America too.
Okay. And your van is done.
Yeah, it's done.
Someone homeless guy had sex in your van. No, somebody's.
Someone inserted their Chevy Malibu into my van.
Ooh, how do you know it was a Chevy Malibu?
I called the cops.
Oh, so there were some eyewitnesses.
He left the car. He left the car there.
It was a stolen car, crashed it into your. And when
I don't
I
think so.
heard that you were been living in your van for 4 years,
Yeah.
and then I heard it was like you have a really nice van.
Yeah.
Yeah, did
It
you
was
customize everything?
Yeah, I built it all myself. It was pretty much empty when I got that thing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, you know Tom Green.
Yes.
Have you been following what he's been
Yeah.
doing in his van? It's pretty crazy,
Yeah.
right?
He had someone professionally do it. Mine doesn't look that nice.
No, exactly. He's
Yeah.
got the boutique vision that you were
Rich
striving
man.
for. Yeah, people, the sponsors, companies want you, to use their products and things like that, where you had to do everything yourself.
Yeah.
It's more of a fuck bus than a camper van, right?
Yeah, it's like just a Scooby-Doo type hand built.
Yeah.
But I love that thing. I'm so sad that it's broken right now.
Well, clearly, it's been a hit on the side of it. So what are they going to do? Pull out all the dents and make it sing again, or is it toast?
It's the wheels, the
Ooh.
rack and pinion, something else.
Front right side?
Front and back, right side, left side, driver's side.
Motor?
Parked overnight. Motor?
Motor's fine?
Motor's fine, I think. There's a leak on the bottom of it.
Yeah. Well, find a company that builds these things and say, look, I'm on the Kill Tony show. You need to hook me up.
Yeah.
Because if I go back to my other life, you're not going to be happy to see me working at McDonald's.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever worked at McDonald's.
No.
Any fast food?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Subway and Quiznos.
I was going to say Subway at first. But
yeah, it was bad.
yeah, Subway's terrible. It's like a methadone clinic for people that get the munchies.
Yeah.
Because you get all kinds of scumbags
Yeah.
come into Subway and complain about that it's not Whole Foods. Right?
Yeah, upper middle class. It's like if you want to eat healthy food, but it doesn't have to taste that good. Like it's not strictly healthy or it tastes good. It's just sort of in the middle of both.
Filler.
Yeah.
Filler. I heard that the Subway buns are 2 ingredients from being a yoga mat. Chemically,
That's funny.
they're missing 2 ingredients, and that's how yoga mats are made.
It's basically plastic. Some artificial bread.
Were you working there when Jared had all his problems?
I think it was before that.
Oh, fuck. Were you happy to not have that Subway shirt anymore?
Yeah, I was very happy to not be.
But why did they mascot these guys up and then feed them kids?
Hopefully no one was feeding him kids.
They don't use that term as feeding them kids?
Was he like going around to hospitals fondling little cancer patients?
I think that's what the deal was.
Wow.
Is he was the Jared Subway guy, and he'd go out and give
But-
subs and then bang kids.
Yeah, what if it was like, oh, I like kids. I'm the Jared guy. Like, what would you say? Like, okay, that's weird. No, you can't work with kids. Or would you be like, well, yeah, he's doing a positive thing.
No,
It's
anybody that wants to work with kids is a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Kids are terrible. No one wants to work with kids.
Yeah, that's creepy.
It's terrible. It's
You
like
just
you
like
get in the
them.
show business to do things outside of the norm, and there's nothing more normal than being a role model for children. That's a
Yeah.
terrible idea.
It's like an
we're a
ego
mess.
maniac.
Totally. I think that's why people who are failing in their relationships have children to have something to complain about mutually instead of each other.
Yeah, so they can actually make them how they want them to be instead of their spouse who's already the way they are.
They like the idea of the opportunity to make them how they want themselves to be. But it never goes that way.
No.
No one has that. And if they are, those kids snap because they've been living in a frame, in a picture that they never painted.
They're trapped.
Yeah. Like the girl from The Ring, but gets out of the TV and gets into improv comedy and shoots up the Groundlings studio.
I love that Ring episode.
Ooh, which one?
Ring 5.
Yeah. That was a terrifying movie.
Yeah, it was like the first scary movie I was actually scared by.
Really?
Yeah.
Ever seen The Exorcist?
No.
What about Possession? There's a lot of Asian demonic films that are a lot of fun now.
There's a lot of shit on Korean TV, and it's always like this woman in a white traditional Korean dress with the hair. It's always a woman. I guess it's sometimes dudes.
I think old Asian women are terrifying without the movie cameras.
Asian women have creepy hair when it falls over their face.
Sometimes, yeah. It gives it that kind of like underworld demonic, like demon, some sort of old... Yeah, because you see them in old paintings and drawings, and if their hair's a little messy, that's a different kind of scary.
Yeah. It's like you're not taking care of yourself, and now I can't see your face, and you can be doing anything under there.
And not to mention, there's like old Asian people yelling at you is like, it's scary. It's scary. I've been yelled at by a lot of different people from different cultures.
What's their energy when they're yelling at you?
There's weight in it. Like, it's almost like being, if you're cursed, it's like being cursed. You're being cursed by like a gypsy or something.
Yeah.
The scolding. You know, she has that Yoda. Yeah. That's a terrible Asian accent.
I was trying to embody Chinese Asian lady energy.
How many languages do you got under your belt?
I got 2.5.
What's the third? Or what's the half?
Spanish.
Wow. I heard that's an easy one to learn.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Where, Chinese is very difficult.
Yeah.
It takes a long, long time. What'd you think of Fuckhead apologizing for calling country? What
Taiwan a country. I think it was unnecessary. I don't understand his dynamic with Mother China.
He was showing off his language.
Taiwan.
Yeah. Terrible. From a square-headed American guy. It's the most like...
Yeah. It's like, what is
I guess
he doing?
it's kind of like cheating on yourself. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not big on apologizing.
What is he doing? Or I think, is he making a lot of money? Is he doing commercials in China?
Yeah.
What has he been up to?
In fact, first of all, out of on their don't give a shit list is some American wrestler
Yeah.
having some sort of Freudian slip or something about geography. They're not surprised when Americans screw up the rest of the world.
We're not evil. We're ignorant.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
A lot of it is misinterpreted, I think.
I'm sorry. I am stupid American boy.
Yeah. But they would never admit that. They just want to be right.
I think in China they have like white people on their shows just to show off. Like, oh look, we got a white person. Let's
They're
hear what he has to
lapdogs.
say.
Lapdogs. They're
And
jewelry.
then you snap at them when they make a mistake. Mm-hmm. And then you get
Yeah.
to play puppet with a little man.
Yeah. It's a hey, those gigs pay well. To be the goofy white guy in a strange country.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who've had successes in places that they have no business being in, but they don't know that they're a pet to the society.
Warren Sapp, I think. Bob Sapp.
The boxer?
Yeah, the fighter.
Oh,
he went to Japan.
And blew up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they said they loved him, like it was a good relationship, apparently.
Yeah. Great personality.
They were just having fun. They had the quiet game in the library, and if you lose, you smack them. And
you got to smack Bob Sapp?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does he slap back?
I think it was like a uniform punishment. I don't think they were going after each other. I forget what specifically
That'd be
happened.
crazy, though. That's a funny sitcom. Is a Asian school.
Yeah.
And with Bob Sapp as the principal.
Yeah.
Who speaks the language perfect. But it's called Iron Fist. And his thing is that he smacks people in the face. But people get slapped in school.
Yeah.
There's physical punishments.
In Asia.
For sure.
You have to sometimes. Humans are only animals.
Yeah, some people need a good bamboo stick across the back of the legs for graffiti. Wasn't that in Thailand? Do you remember that?
I don't remember
Some
that.
American tourists were spray painting on some sort of government building or whatever, and they threw him in jail. And the American
Smacked him
government
with a bamboo.
they gave him the lash, like 100 whips with a
100.
with a bamboo
Hopefully,
thing.
it was,
Yeah, and they did it.
Just
send him
punishment.
home. Yeah, they gave him a spanking and send him home for spray painting.
Yeah, you don't spray paint. It's like their home.
Yeah,
It's their homeland.
you can't be spray painting on the police station, but you can take a shit in front of it and pretend that you're homeless.
Yeah, have you seen Tom Green in Japan? Where
Yeah.
he like takes the cop hat off a cop, and he's like undressing. He's like laying down in the middle of the escalator. Like
Yeah.
that's the kind of behavior you need like a spanking for. But
Yeah,
they're
Tom
so
is
against it.
a perfect example of what a good spanking can do. Right?
Yeah, he can.
You
not
couldn't
be
spank
funny.
Tom and not laugh, though. Right? Anybody who's got the spank Tom
Yeah.
Green, they go like, this guy jerked off a horse and Freddie got fingered. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
The opening scene is Tom whacking a horse off.
Well, that's a farm procedure.
Yeah, I know, but not a passerby procedure. He got out of a moving car, runs through a field to help relieve the pony. But
People.
were you serious when you said you had some farming background?
No.
No. How do you know that they jerk off horses?
Just because that's how they
The
procreate.
pornography. I get it.
Squid to horse.
Yeah.
It's all
That
to
was a haunting
animals.
thing to see, especially when the girl was very pretty that was having sex with the horse. And I was like, is he that?
It can't be great.
He can't be good, especially in the house at dinner. You know, but
Yeah.
anybody,
Like a bull
lady
in a
that's
china shop.
chasing horse cock.
I mean, who's ever gonna fulfill her now?
Yeah, but maybe she had some damage. But first of all, do you know who Mr. Hands is?
Yes, he died in Enumclaw, Washington,
Yeah. From what?
from anal penetration into the intestines.
Impaled by a horse cock. So you got to figure your torso is X, and a horse cock is 3/4 of that. It.
You got to put like a back cork on it.
Oh,
So,
I just felt.
did you just snap something?
No, I just felt the horse.
Oh no!
I just felt the horse. First of all, how do you get a friend to film that and keep a secret? Because he covered his face. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
What the fuck?
why would you film it? And why would you release it? It's like this is what he would want.
I didn't like. Well, the thing with Two Girls, One Cup, at least the music was good in the background.
There was no production value. It was raw and
Yeah, people are getting more creative with their films. My brother found this website. He was probably looking for it, but it was all in Japanese, and it was just URLs, like links.
URL.
So it was like about 15, 20 letters, and then
Yeah.
you'd click on them. Clearly couldn't read the language. Probably could have cut and pasted it and did a Google Translate.
Yeah.
But it was like Russian roulette. Like you would click on a link and it would take you to something horrible. The whole website was a database for just human, worst examples of humanity. And I remember this one. It was in some sort of warehouse thing, and the guy had a wedding dress and smeared makeup and a skinned cow on the floor. And he's licking it and whacking off on it. And
Is it
then-
alive?
No, it's dead.
Thank God.
And then he pulls the eyeball out and starts. This sounds like something from my act. And starts fucking the eye hole and looking at the camera and stuff. And it's like, what series of events brought you to? Like, first of all, who's going to loan you a wedding dress
Yeah.
to do that? Like, even at a rental place, they're going to go, what's this stain? We recognize the cum, but what's this red stuff in the meat in your pocket?
That's an expensive shoot. That's a
Yeah.
cow, a whole cow, wedding dress. When was it shot on a quality camera?
Do you get talked into something like that? Or do you kind of like hold up your hand and go, I got an idea?
I think that's his own creative solo genius. There was no other cooks in the kitchen for that one.
But you got to think about what the internet is very organized. There's probably groups of people that specifically have sex with dead animals.
definitely out there.
Yeah. So they're organized meetings. They go and we're going to do
Sniff
this.
each other's cocks
Sniff them?
to see if they still have the stench of a dead carcass on it.
Maybe it's not even an odor thing. Maybe it's a texture thing. But this guy, his eyes were wide open. Just like, yeah, I'm fucking this animal. And I'm hard.
But that's the genius of human, is their creativity and their ingenuity.
Yeah, I know. But the dead, like, fuck a llama or something like that. You ever seen a llama?
Yes.
Or they spit sometimes. So that's what keeps me hard. I can't
Some
spit.
people are into that.
Yeah, embarrassed.
In the face or in the mouth?
Oh, all over the place. I get a montage of various female personalities that have
Been spit upon?
that actually prefer it.
Oh, you
Cigarette
know.
burns. Throw hot coffee in her face while she's having a shit. That's the thing that I do on the side. That's not her thing.
Yeah.
Do you ever swing a bathroom door open while someone's on the toilet and blast them with a cafe macchiato?
No.
Never throw anything hot on somebody while they're sleeping?
No, I try not to do that.
No?
No, yeah.
No. Oh, the tickle things. The torture thing wouldn't be bad. So one's if you were tickling somebody
Yeah.
and with a nail gun.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you fired a couple 4-inch roofing spikes into the ribs.
I feel like that's not the same thing as tickling.
No,
What?
I know.
Yeah.
I know some. Do you do the tickling or?
I don't. I rarely do it in real life. It's just more
Oh.
a fantasy thing.
Okay, no, I mean, like, are you tickling somebody or are they tickling you?
No, yeah, I'm always the tickler.
Oh, I didn't know that. I was way off. Always the tickler.
No, yeah, dude, I don't get tickled. That's
You
not
don't
me.
get tickled.
No, I'm
They
the
try
tickler.
and tickle. I've been tried to be tickled, but there's nothing left. All my nerve endings are dead. There's just rubbing a baseball glove trying to make it move.
You need to be like
Stimulated. I need to get back to myself.
Yeah.
I'm so calloused from the last 5 years of my life that I don't know if I'm even capable of being tickled. I don't know if I can feel that way anymore.
Yeah, we should all get back to a place where we were tickleable.
You know what? It's more intimate than a hug,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And it's not as intimate as a kiss. It's in this middle, and then there's some laughing. It's physical.
yeah. It's uncontrollable, physical over the mind.
Yeah.
Overwhelming the mental barriers.
Do you think that's the only time in your life is when you're on stage that you feel complete control, or when you're actually tickling somebody? What's your more dominant position in life? As the tickler, or as a comedian who just got a standing ovation?
Well, the comedian, you control more people at once, so you're kind of fucking
The truth is out.
gonna be called
yeah,
the
but
tickling.
it's more intense with one person if you're tickling them face to face.
Yeah.
Is it be
The
face to
physical.
face?
It could be.
Do you use your body weight to keep them stable?
That's definitely a part of it.
I find, and I'm sure there's some sort of jujitsu involved here, but if you have somebody on their back, right?
Yeah.
And you get your legs over top and sit on their chest, and then use your knees to hold their arms out like across, and then you reach behind your hips and you can go in and
to the ribs
and go and just dig
have your
in
way.
and start feeding it all the way up to the armpits and then back down again. And they got nothing. They're trying to kick you in the back of the head to just relieve it, right? You ever somebody try and physically gouge your face out while you're going in?
Yeah.
And then I'll let them catch their breath. Stop it. No, please don't. Tickle time. And then just start tickling and and then it starts to get seriously enough.
Yeah, this is not funny anymore.
This is not
The
fun
line has
anymore.
been crossed.
Yeah. And then I'm like, sorry? Pardon me? And then I lean in and then you go back
it goes again.
and dig and dig and dig.
Oh, circular
Yeah,
motion.
right? You look like a garden weasel. It's like about 6 pizza cutters all doing a little dance. And if they're skinny, here under the arm is always good. Bottom of the feet. But if you can find somebody, because you can test in public without being a weirdo. So what you can do
sensitive
is
people are.
you go up to somebody that you're interested in tickling with, and you give them a little stab in the ribs. You give them a hard 2-finger, like, and if they do this,
react a lot.
perfect candidate.
There
Some
we go.
people go, hey, they don't even, there's no nervous system.
It's all mental with them.
Yeah, they're like, don't touch me.
It's like with steak. If you want to see if it's well done, you just kind of poke.
Yeah, and you can also check your hands too. Like, this is rare,
Yeah.
medium, well done. That's how you check your meat, by the texture, by the palm of your hand.
So
Rare,
what if you're cooking
medium.
a hand
If you're cooking a hand,
and you
or
want
just chicken fingers?
just feels like
I don't know. How would you do a hand? It's kind of like eating pheasant or something. There's not a lot of meat on it, right?
yeah, it's not the best part.
Especially
to eat.
my hands. It looks like I'm a
Like,
piano player at a boys' school.
I mean, they look pretty normal.
They're normal, but I've seen people with actual work hands,
Yeah.
and my hands are embarrassing. I came from a very blue collar, working class family, so to have show business fingers is a little, it's
Well,
not good.
Yeah, I mean, it's the evolution of man.
What's the worst part of your evolution?
Probably my hatred of society.
Yeah, I get that. I got that from you. I think that's what we connected on. I go, the only thing that we could agree on is, now where does that come from? I know where mine comes from.
I think it comes from not getting laid in high school and college.
Classic, by the way.
Story as old as time.
Classic. Now, not getting laid, but now your finger fucking... See, comedy's fun, right?
Yeah, it's a blast.
It's a blast. Like,
I'm learning a lot.
and what a sense of relief now that you don't have to be that school shooter that you were lined up for because you're not getting any pussy in school.
Yeah, now I'm getting laid.
You're kind of a local celebrity on some level.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I hope it's true.
most definitely. From your response to the aftermath of what's happened in the comedy community over the last couple of months, has it been?
The year of pandemic?
No, more or less Tony's incident
Oh,
with the other gentleman. What's his name?
Peng Dang.
Peng Dang.
Peng Dang.
Peng Dang? Are you making fun of his name? Or
Peng Dang.
is it Peng Dang?
I heard it's Peng Dang.
Okay, you don't know how to pronounce his name?
No, yeah, I just heard it. I mean, if it's a Peng Dang, use a U. Like, E has a meaning in English.
But you addressed it in your act. I don't want to
Yeah.
blow up your material here, but his loss is your gain.
Yeah. I definitely feel like I benefited from that.
Yeah, but you also deliver.
Yeah.
It's not like we got a lesser funny dude.
Yeah.
We got
Right.
a funnier dude out of somebody's slippery slope.
And he wasn't even on Kill Tony that much. But
Are you telling me he's not going to be missed?
you will not be missed. I mean, I did comedy
I
for
saw
like 8
you
years.
Yeah. You have a well-rounded perspective as a comedian.
Thank you.
So you're like when you saw Buddy there fuck it up, you're like, oh, dude, you're killing us. You're fucking killing us.
Yeah.
But
what are you doing?
But we're all about the funnies.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to do that, and you want to play activist,
Yeah.
then there's another funny person right there. And
Yeah.
and you slid into
The whole.
the home base of stand-up comedy business. You know,
Yeah.
you're a regular on a show that is the most popular comedy show in the world,
Yeah.
where other people are trying to figure out how to get back into society.
This is a good time to do it. Everyone's watching it. Comedy
Yeah.
shows are at an all-time low.
Yeah.
Getting better, but
Yeah.
people need comedy, and hopefully they're watching Kill Tony.
Yeah, and after probably after the first 5 years of doing comedy, what is important and what's not.
Yeah.
You know, where are you going to fight your battles? By exiling yourself out of your out of the business,
Yeah.
or be so awesome that no one can fuck with you.
Yeah. It's like not being bitter at the world,
Yeah.
which I think I was in New York. And now I come here, journey through this whole thing. And it's like, I'm just glad to be doing comedy. Like we could be back in March or May, you know, just sitting at home, not doing anything. This is a gift. And I'm never going to take it for granted again. It got taken away from us.
Yeah.
And I never thought it would. I thought it's the one thing you can never take away. But it's the one thing that got taken away. Comedy, really, you need stand-up comedy. You need a live audience. Mm-hmm. That's the whole art of it, is controlling the audience. So
Definitely, and not to mention, society needs comedy.
yeah,
You know, that's why we see the people who are coming to the comedy shows now are like, they're so happy, they're so into it.
Yeah.
You know, and now we've put phones out of the equation.
yeah.
It's great.
Do they
It's
do that at Sunset Strip too?
I'm not sure, but eventually I think that's going to be a normal thing. And I think any comic with self-respect is going to kind of, will request that as a standard. And there's nothing worse than seeing those phones come up, lights on people's faces, checking their text messages.
Yeah.
While you're, or whatever, filming and trying to villainate all of us by taking things out of context.
Yeah.
And what Kill Tony episodes are you on? You got about 4 under your belt now, or 3?
It's 4-3.
4-3?
I don't know.
I remember seeing the Antones one.
Yeah.
I think you got in the town. That your first one at Antones. You just got in the town, I think, shortly.
Maybe. And then the second one was the last one they had at Antone's, and then I sang the national anthem on
on the comeback show.
Yeah.
Did you do you weren't at the 500 episode? Oh, yes, you were. I saw you in the
I was
alleyway.
there, yeah. I didn't get up, though.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
did or did?
I didn't.
No. What a spectacular night. We're talking about a Kill Tony show, which is a game show?
A comedy, reality, variety show.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You get to see some, like, I've had some hard laughs on that show from all
Yeah.
directions. Not even mention, like, the band will have a couple of smart, funny lines out of the blue, and it's very it's very
like
cool.
the art of conversation. It's like the green room.
Yeah, and everybody's motive is to get a laugh. So that's a cool place to live. Everybody on that stage is on that laugh meter.
Yeah, and then you get the most laughs, because if everyone's trying to get laughs,
no,
then
it's definitely
you get the most good time.
It's very cool, and but where can people find you?
DJ Hans Kim on Instagram and Twitter, and I'm on Facebook. YouTube, Snapchat, Hans Kim Comedy. Everything's either.
Do you use
DJ.
Snapchat?
Not really. No.
No. It's Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and that's enough for me. I do 3 at a time, and I'm tired of running magazines for other companies, because that's all it is. I get a chance to put some of my own advertising in there, but they're the magazine. I just work for Instagram. I work for Facebook.
Taking and posting pictures.
All
doing
the information.
copywriting.
I'm just putting ingredients into their soup so they can poison us. My life is in Zuckerberg's hands.
We need more Facebooks.
If he closed my account, I wouldn't be able to go back through my life and to see any kind of perspective of it.
Yeah.
I've had detailed documentation of everything that I've done over the last 20 years.
Yeah, I mean,
End of this month is my 25th anniversary
Congratulations.
of having abortion every year. No, I've been doing comedy. June 25th will be my 25th anniversary. First time I stood on stage.
Wow.
Never did anything else.
Yeah. You're a comedian through and through.
Yeah, it's it.
Yeah.
This is all I do.
That's amazing.
It's going to be a good year. I'm looking forward to see. I saw Tony have a little powwow with you in the green room about pacing yourself and stuff. And it's exciting when you're a badass and fucking shit up, because that's
Yeah.
what's happening out here. People are getting shot outside the comedy clubs. People are getting canceled. There's all kinds of drama. So if you're a comedian, specifically female, there's a lax. It's so many dudes. You think you didn't get laid in college? Dude, there's all the boys here have no relationships with women.
Yeah.
There's no ladies.
There's very few out there.
And you're probably one of the better dressed people on the scene. You groom yourself. You look like
Thank you.
take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And you take a look at yourself and go, this is what I'm putting out in the world. They don't look at any of that.
What do they look at?
They look at old episodes of Degrassi to get their fashion sense. Degrassi Junior High?
Is that a Canadian thing?
Yeah.
Who was in it? Drake?
Drake was in it.
Yeah.
I'm talking first generation 80s Degrassi Junior High. Kind of like it's kind of like a poor man's version of Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how everyone else dresses?
That's what they look like to me, and I don't know why I'm putting so much focus. You're talking to a
I mean,
guy.
you dress very well. You're very put together.
This is the first time you've probably seen me in a shirt with color on it, but this is representing my deceased friend Brody Stevens, and long
Rest in
live
peace.
Brody. Suicide.
Yeah, suicide.
How many suicides in your family?
0 so far. They all died naturally
With a pillow over their face?
with an angry
No
grandmother.
suicides in your family?
No, not yet.
Okay, well, we'll see how this year turns out. What
How
shows
about
you
you?
got coming up?
I'm on a debate show. I'm on the Filthy Show with Adam Lucky.
Is that tonight or next week?
no,
Because I'm
it's-
doing the one tonight.
It might be 2 weeks.
Okay.
I have to check.
And Monday nights at Vulcan Theater, people
Vulcan.
can find you rocking the house. I don't think I've seen you. Look, I've probably seen you maybe 6 times perform in the city and not have a bad set.
Thank
not
you.
to say that you're
Keep
immune
it
to
up.
it.
I'll try
yeah.
to
There's a lot of
Not
pressure,
drop
right?
the ball. Yeah.
it's weird having a ball for a change, right?
Yeah.
When you've been left
You got
adrift,
something to drop now.
You got something to drop now.
I didn't have anything before. I could just drop it all I wanted.
You're fingering people, but this is the taste. You're getting a taste.
Yeah.
So just think, you got a ball. The net is right there,
Yeah.
but you're finger banging somebody at the bar and trying to shoot with the other hand.
It's
And you're
better
like,
to have 2.
totally two. So get the big net in the back, and
Yeah.
you can finger bang everybody at the bar. All right.
First shoot, then finger bang.
Thank you. That should be on a T-shirt. First shoot, then finger bang. Thanks for being on the show, Hans. as I
Thanks for
talked
having
about.
me, Jason.
Check them out. Really funny. Lots of cool things happening here in Austin. July 1st, the Canada Day show at the Vulcan Theater, Romo Room. All the dates are at jasonrouse.com. And I've got a movie out on Amazon called Spare Parts. And I have a stand-up special coming out before Halloween that was filmed in Denmark 2.5 years ago. I've been sitting on the stand-up special. And I know everyone's angry because I haven't released it, but I'm not releasing it until I see some sense of a touring schedule in front of me with the clubs being open and stuff like that. We're going to have a meeting on Wednesday. I'm going to find out about Scandinavia. I don't know if that's going to be in the fall of this year or the spring of next year, but listen, there's definitely going to be Denmark. There's going to be Sweden. There's going to be Finland. There's going to be an Iceland. There's going to be a Germany. There's going to be a Poland. And that's as much as I'm going to try and squeeze in over the course of a few months. So check out dates. Go to my Patreon, Jason Rouse. And there's a bunch of shows that I'm releasing in the near future. And watch more comedy, ladies and gentlemen. Keep us off the streets because there's no going back to the job. Like
Yeah.
that boat is sailed.
We're too set in our ways.
Yeah, but our ways are good.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Until we hear the safe word, we will not stop.
Have you ever thought what it would be like to see a person's head amputated? Think of things so horrible that the human mind cannot imagine them. See all this and more when you see on stage, in person, that crazy mix-up.
I like being set apart from people. I like to be hated.
Safe word with Jason Rouse.